Hi everybody, today I'm making one of Ghana's favorite meals, Mpotompoto or Nuhuu, which is also called yam pottage, and Nigerians call it Asaro, I think. Okay, this recipe is so good, and if you're here and you don't like Mpotompoto, this recipe might just change your mind. Let's get started. To make Mpotompoto, I'm going to be adding my meat to my saucepan because I want proteins in there. So I'm going to be using this beef for it, and I'm just going to transfer it into my saucepan, adding my pepper mix to season this, and then adding my seasoning mix as well. Cover and let that cook. This way it makes the Mpotompoto taste so good. If you start it this way, that means the stock is going to be around the protein, and then it's going to go into the yam or whatever it is you're going to add to this Mpotompoto, and that flavor is just so good. Now you're going to check on your protein. If it's soft enough, you're just going to give this a good mix. You can see the stock around it, and you just know that this Mpotompoto is going to be nice. Now I'm going to add in my yam to my stock and my meat, adding some COCOYAM as well, and then some potatoes. And yes, I'm using all three in one pot, and that's when you know that this Mpotompoto is going to be so good. If you don't want to use any protein or meat in this recipe, you can just go ahead and add in water to substitute the stock, okay? But you can do it this way as well, and it tastes so good. Now I'm going to add 2 tomatoes, 1 large onion, and some peppers to this, and then cover it and let that cook. But before I do that, I'm going to drop in some MOMONE or some cured fish to this just to improve the flavor. Now I'm just going to cover this and let that cook, and then you can take it out and blend it and transfer it back into the food. Now when you check your tomatoes, it's soft, so you can remove it with the onions and the peppers and blend them together. And when you're blending, you can add a little water to this and blend, and then transfer it back into your pot. Okay, now you can see how that is looking. That is just how it should look like. Mix everything together and let that cook, because that liquid is what is going to cook the yam and the COCOYAM as well as the potatoes. Okay, now you're just going to cover this and let that cook. As it's cooking, it will become soft, and then some of the yam will mash in it, or the potatoes or the COCOYAM, any of them. But you can also try and mash your own thing, okay, if you want it very mashy. Okay, I don't like it so mashy, so I don't mash a lot of the yams in it. I allow some to be left like this. Okay, so just like you see me doing here, I'm going to mash a bit of the yam so that I can mix with the tomatoes. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do it. But when you do it this way, it tastes really good. I know some people that mash everything. You can do it like that too, but you will miss the point of chewing the yam chunks and stuff in it. Now I'm going to add in some shrimp powder and then my smoked mackerel. This is not optional. You need shrimp powder in your Mpotompoto. It really elevates the taste. It gives it this fish flavor, and it's so good. Now I'm going to add in my mackerel as well. Give it a good mix, and then you're going to make your palm oil sauce. Now in your saucepan, you're going to add in enough palm oil depending on how you like your palm oil. Then I'm going to add in some vegetables. At this point, you can add any other thing you want to add. I know some people that add more smoked fish to this, some add amani, and anything they want to add can go in the palm oil. But I'm keeping mine very simple because I don't want my Mpotompoto to be tasting too fishy. No, I don't want that. So I'm just going to mix my palm oil with my Mpotompoto, and that's it, guys. You're just going to leave it to simmer on low heat till it's completely ready, guys. Mpotompoto is so simple to make, but it tastes so good. I know some people don't like it. Myself, I'm not a big fan, but I eat it when I make it myself because my Mpotompoto is so good. You can adjust your seasoning if you like. You remember that you put seasoning in when you were making the stock, and that stock is carrying the taste, okay? So if you don't have enough seasoning in it, you can just adjust the seasoning with a little bit of salt or seasoning cube, and you're good to go. Now that is how we make Mpotompoto. That is the simplest way you can make it, and I hope you guys try this recipe, and when you do, please let me know how it goes, and if you have any challenges, feel free to share them with me as well. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Bye.